Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ivan here. Uh, this is the deck that I've been really trying to play with lately since I have a bunch of free time and just revisiting one of my favorite decks. Um, this deck did get hit with the last ban list, which really sucks, but I still think the deck is playable because there's a lot of ways to recycle back your Dragon Buster. But I'm just going to go ahead and get into the profile, explain what I have to. 3A, 3B, and 3C. I'm playing Pot of Desires, so I always want to have at least one piece because I have that bad luck where I'll banish like two copies of the same one, and then I won't be able to summon Buster anymore, which happens all the time, trust me. Then probably like my favorite card of the deck, Heavy Mech Support Armor. If you don't know what this card does, it's a Union monster, so it's searchable by Union Carrier, and then Assault Core can add it back to your hand. Dragon Buster can add it to your hand. This card, whenever it's normal summon, you can special summon a Union monster from your graveyard. And it's also machine, it's also light. It has a lot of synergy with the deck. It's like pretty much it was made for this deck. Two gold gadget, two silver gadget. These are just your extenders. These cards really do help a lot. They're level 4, they're machine, they're light. They're just like another ABC piece, but not as good because all they do is just special summon, and then like with other cards in your deck, they float and stuff like that. But they're just not that great. Then 3 Galaxy Soldier. I think you have to play this now because you need another like boss type monster since Buster's at 1. And Cyber Dragon Infinity is a really good card, and this card's also good just for getting if you can't get like that third piece into the grave, which does happen sometimes. Then another engine I'm playing is the Symphonic Warrior engine, 3 guitars and 1 mics. I was playing 2 of this before, but it was just not that good because I would always dead draw one, and you don't want to draw this. You can send this back to your deck sometimes with like the Gusto Emerald and stuff like that, but it's very rare that you're able to do something like that. Basically, what this card does, you play it in the Pendulum Zone, you discard a card, and it lets you summon this guy from the deck. And this guy's level 5. He's a machine, and lets you make Cyber Dragon Infinity. And this card, when it's special summoned by the effect of a symphonic monster, it gives you another normal summon, which works out really good with Union Carrier. Then Union Carrier. What's it called? Heavy Mech Support Armor or whatever it's called. Then for the hand traps, I'm playing 3 Ash Blossom because it's Ash Blossom. It's probably like the best hand trap right now. And then I'm playing 2 DD Crow. I've noticed a lot of people are playing that new Edlic, I don't know how you pronounce it. The new zombie deck that came out in the Secret Slayers. And this card's really good against that deck because you can banish their trap monsters from the graveyard. You can banish the boss monster. And they really lose if they can't get that boss monster out. And it's also pretty decent against like other random matchups. That's it. It's good against Shadows Invoked. You get rid of their Alistair and stuff like that. Then for the spells, one of the best field spells ever created, Union Hanger. Really glad this card wasn't hit because I think if this card was hit, this deck would be dead because this card's just so powerful. Being able to search any Union monster from your deck, being able to equip one from the deck, just really good. And then of course you're gonna play your 4th copy with Terraforming. 3 Call by the Graves because you really need to make sure that your plays go through. Ash Blossom really hurts this deck a lot. Even something like a Fake Veiler could really hurt your deck a lot. Random other hand traps that people are playing right now. 2 Pot of Desires. I don't like ever playing 3 because I have the worst luck. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's true. I'll always draw the 3rd one, or I'll draw 2 at one hand, and you're only able to use 1 a turn. Double Twin Twisters because a lot of decks are playing Floodgates now, like annoying Floodgates too. Like the Edlic deck plays that stupid. They can play Steel Drain and stuff like that. The Adamantia, I don't think they're playing any real crazy traps or anything like that. Upstart Goblin. I'm getting really lazy with deck profiles. I'm pretty much just playing like the same like 15 cards and just adding whatever engine of the deck it is. Foolish Burial. This card's really good because it just sets up combo plays. You can ditch if you need the third piece for the ABC combo, if you need like you can Monster Reborn something back like Galaxy Soldier and then get another Galaxy Soldier, or you could send a Union Monster to be able to use his effect or its effect, and then Monster Reborn for the 40 card. The deck runs really well at 40 cards. It's I don't know, I just love this deck. It's really good. I think it's not dead yet. There's a lot of cards that you really need to go through, stuff like your gadgets, your extenders, because I think that's the way you lose with this deck is if you just draw nothing but the ABC pieces and no way to get them on the field. For the extra deck, sadly, you can only play one Dragon Buster now, which really sucks because this freaking secret rare art is so freaking beautiful, and but it was coming sooner or later. This is a structure deck. Structure decks always get hit. I'm just glad that this is the only hit to the deck, because like when they made A limited, the deck was pretty much unplayable because you get rid of that one A with like Call by the Grave or something, which is really bad. Like Call by the Grave this, and you just pretty much you don't lose, but it just really hurts your deck a lot because you just need to abuse this card as much as you can. Platinum Gadget. This card's super good in this deck. It helps you get another piece onto the field. It helps you extend your combos. I know why they made this card as you know, tame as they did, by having it not being able to be used for link material to turn it summon, because it would just be crazy if it didn't. It would just make every machine deck just so much better. I do have one like proxy type card because I do have one, but my friend is gonna give it to me, and since we're all on lockdown and my friend lives on the other side of town, I haven't been able to go get it from him. But as soon as like this whole thing's over, he's got it saved for me. So this is Union Carrier. Card's dumb. It's really good. Lets you attach any card from your deck as a Union monster. Especially in this deck, it can help you get that third piece in the graveyard. You don't even need it to get in the graveyard because Buster you can also banish from the field. So this card's just really good. I'm not playing any of the other brick cards either, like the little Buster Blader card, because I just think that's dumb. Just another brick to add to our already bricky deck. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, probably like the other two best Link 2s. They get rid of a bunch of cards that you just can't get rid of otherwise. Nightmare Unicorn, probably like my favorite rank 3, because for some reason I was noticing that rank 3s kind of suck. Like this is probably I think the best one. If I had IP Masquerena, I would probably play it, but I don't know what I would take out because I just really like this extra deck a lot. Then Nightmare Griffin. This card's getting a lot more powerful now that links are not a forcible thing. So a lot of times you can lock out your opponent from using special summon monster effects, and always just being able to abuse, especially the spells are in this deck, is just really good. Being able to like abuse your Monster Reborn and stuff like that. Then Borolo Dragon, because it's still really good. Boro Sword Dragon, because you can get so many cheap OTKs with this deck, it's not even funny. Then for the Exceed monsters, Geargian X, because all you're playing is machines, and you can search pretty much anything from your deck besides Galaxy Soldier. Daigusta Emerald, this card's really important now, because this is the way you shuffle back your Buster after you tag out the first time. So if most of the time if you're going first and you make the board with Buster and like Gold Gadget or something else like that, this is the way when you tag out with your Buster at their end phase, you make this is the first monster you make. You shuffle back whatever you can. Like most of the time it's like Union Carrier or a Gadget or something like that, and it just lets you get your Buster back so you can make it again. This card's also really important now. Number 60, the Gurus, the Timeless, whatever. I didn't know this card was so weak. It only has 1200 attack, but basically, it takes any 2 level 4 monsters. You draw 2 cards, discard 1. It could just be a really good extender. It could also help get, because since you have to detach both materials, it could help you get your piece into the graveyard. This card can also summon back your Dragon Buster from the graveyard, which is really good too. Or it could just make your Dragon Buster really big with 6000 attack. Exciton Knight. I've been seeing that this card's just really powerful again. A lot of players are not playing around it anymore because they don't care. Because they're kind of, I don't know if they forgot or they didn't play when this card was just really good. And then for the last two, the Cyber Dragon Nova and then the Cyber Dragon Infinity. I really like the alternate artwork. I think it's really cool looking. This is just another boss monster you can play. A lot of the times you can make like this with Dragon Buster. It's not game or anything like any crazy board like that, like the Dragon Links can make, where they end up with like 3 negates or pendulum or something like that. But it's just another way to win. Gets rid of monsters, negates card. Any card that can negate cards is always going to be good, I think. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Like I said, I don't think this deck is dead, but it's not as powerful as it should be, as it used to be. For the reason that they hit Buster to 1. Buster's just a really great boss monster. It was just so broken, being able to just abuse it so many times. And I don't like that Magnet Reverse card that I see a lot of people playing in now. I think that's something more for the side deck. But I don't know. I'm just really excited to see the potential of ABCs now that the Master Rule has changed. I've been playing this deck online a lot, and there is times where it's just so bricky because you're not able to get your ABC pieces into the grave. But then again, you can make some crazy boards because all the ABC pieces are not once a turn. So you can abuse Buster and search as many Union monsters as you want. Crush Wyvern can summon them out to the field. And then Assault Core can add them back to your hand so you can use them next turn or whatever. And I just really found myself really abusing the heavy mech support armor. It almost makes me want to play 2 because this card's just so good. But I don't know, like more testing, more, you know, what I get, I'll find out what I like, what I don't like. And I have tried to play Pot of Avarice for the same reason, to summon back Buster. But the way that Buster works, having to banish cards to summon it, I don't know, it just really hasn't worked out too well. It adds more like another brick to the deck that you can't use most of the time first turn. It's really good like after, let's say it's a grindy game, which most of the time you're playing, because this deck can OTK a lot of the times, but you just have to draw like the best hand you can. But most of the time, the way you win is just by abusing Buster, like being able to tag it out and then getting the 3 pieces back, and then being able to make rank 4s. I mean, the rank 4s or rank 4. Then you can make like the links. I don't know. It's just a really good card. This gives you three monsters right away, and that's probably why this is limited. But yeah, I guess that's it for the deck profile, guys. I saw that they finally revealed the rarity of the Union Driver, I think is the name of the card. The one that you can attach it and then it, like, you detach it and you can summon another piece, which works out pretty cool for ABCs. I saw it's ultra rare, which hopefully means it won't be more than like a couple of bucks. Haven't tried that deck. I haven't tried that version of the deck yet. Once that card comes out, because I don't know if people have heard that Eternity Code or whatever the next set is called is going to be delayed here in the US, so it won't be here till like the 3rd week of May, I think is what they said. But yeah, guys, just thanks for watching the video. Sorry it went on so long, but I just really like this deck a lot, and I always start rambling when I start talking about it because it's just so good. And until next time, this is your boy Ivan. I'll see you guys later.